everybody. This is Dom with the Vlog of Many Things, and with me is...
Oh, well, that's Steven.
Yes,
Yes.
Steve.
Tom from Tabletop Tap Room.
He's got his squirrels working tonight.
Finally,
Finally fed the fucking squirrels.
We don't feed squirrels around.
Hey,
We
you
don't-
shoot him. Eric?
hey, folks. How are you?
Fugly? Sparky204?
Something they
Oh.
didn't cover on Tuesday that I was going to mention to Tom is they evidently passed a law out there in Maine that you can't build any more data centers until Congress approves them individually, and apparently Congress doesn't want to approve anymore, at least according to the news report. So,
One town actually passed an ordinance saying they were not going to allow any data centers. And
okay, so it might have just been one town then.
No, there's a bill in Augusta for the state, and another town was like, we don't want no stinking data centers. I can't remember if it was Augusta or Bangor or but was it Gorham?
Yeah.
Oh, Gorham, right outside of Portland.
Yeah, local to us in a town called Marshall, Ford Motor Company invested like $5 billion in a thing called the Blue Oval. They're an advanced battery manufacturer and has agreed to employ 80% of the workforce locally.
Nice.
And people are losing their freaking minds over it.
Yeah, because they're afraid it's going to destroy the small town feel. That's the biggest,
I had my publishing company in that town. There is no small town feel to Marshall. There's about a half dozen crooks that sit there and think they run the town. That's the problem. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
You live there.
Lived, yeah.
Yeah, thank God, right?
So
Yeah.
Advanced Battery Center. These are the batteries that have the computer chip in them.
They're for EV technology, electric vehicles, that type of thing that Ford's really pushing.
Yeah,
Terrible.
from what I understand, they changed that from the EV batteries to the just regular car batteries.
Well, I had a Chevy Malibu 2015, I think, and it had when you step on the brake, it would shut the engine off, but the minute you take your foot off the brake, or if the AC was running, it would kick the engine back on. So it had two batteries, one in the trunk and one under the hood, and the one under the hood had a computer chip in it, and so that one went bad. And so what would happen is I'd stop at a light, and then the car would shut off, and you couldn't start it. You had to, and in Boston, everybody's behind you with the horn. But if you come up here to Maine and this happens to you, like 6 people jump out of their car and help you push your car through the intersection, and then somebody will give you a jump start here in Maine. Boston, it's a different story, but
Gotcha.
so
that's
the
Boston for
battery
you.
was effective, and it kicked out at 10,000 miles, and so they were like, "Oh, that's going to be it was like 3 times the cost of a regular battery." And I was like, well, that's defective. So I got the dealer to replace it. And then 10,000 miles later, that battery went bad.
That's the batteries.
Yeah.
They are on real quick.
So pissed.
I want to answer Old War real quick. We're still waiting on them from our supplier. They supposedly have been shipped a couple months ago. So they are probably tied up in the old mess that's happening, hard telling which way they're coming from overseas, depending on which ship they're on or what they're doing. So, Agile Monk, how you doing?
Through the ship's not going through the Strait of Hormuz there.
I highly doubt it. No, it's nothing from the Middle East. Agile Monk, how you doing? Sparky204. Stop start is a thing on Mopar vehicles too. My Jeep has that crap too. I hate it.
Yeah.
We have a Kia Sportage X Pro, and we can turn it off. Thank God.
Right.
I hate
I
it.
have to button
good.
turn it off, but you
Yeah,
got
I
to
just-
turn it off every time you get in the goddamn car.
in the car. Yep. Every time you start the car.
It's like, oh, I have my Subaru.
And see, it's a gimmick. They're like, well, it saves you gas. Yeah, but you burn up your $3,000 starter quicker.
All right,
also.
so let's
Yep.
not going to jump in. This was done because all these companies had to hit certain MPG levels, and the easiest way to do it was to do this as the cheat. And then they became required. Now there is an order that they are no longer required. You can be damn well sure that new cars are not going to have because that's one of the features that everybody hates. When I got that, I was like, "You gotta be kidding me!" This
Well, I didn't know about the feature when we got the damn thing new, and the guy who did us our walkthrough on it didn't tell us about it. 'Cause it's got a large digital cross screen on it.
Oh yeah,
So I'm sitting there, and it keeps stalling at the freaking red lights. I'm like, "What the fuck is going on here with this thing?" I was getting pissed because it's like I had the car 10 minutes, you know. So it's like, yeah, no,
Yeah.
that automatic stop start thing. No.
Yeah. We
No.
went through 3 batteries on that Chevy Malibu.
Yeah, well, I'm in the habit now. I automatically touch the 2 buttons. There's 2 buttons, one for the stop start, and there's another one that has this automatic assist for braking. It's radar in front of your car. So if it thinks you're getting too close, it's going to start hitting your brakes.
Yeah, that's a no-go with me. A matter of fact, they
Yeah.
had a car. I can't remember which one it was, but I was getting my car worked on, and it was a warranty replacement on the fuel pump, and they were like, okay, yeah, you're gonna have to leave it overnight. So here's this car you can take with you overnight, and then come back tomorrow with it. The stupid thing had this nanny feature where if you got even a tiny bit close to the white line on either side, this thing would like yank the steering wheel over and try to put you back in the center of the lane.
Yeah,
I'm
this
like,
has
"Oh,
it.
no."
It's called lane assist, but you can
Yeah.
turn that off.
well, I never
yeah.
turn it on. It will tell me if I am crossing, but it doesn't yank me back. Now I can turn on the driving stupid where it will keep me in the lane.
Yeah.
But I refuse to do that because I don't even like to use cruise control while I'm driving out to Michigan because I'm always afraid I'm going to do cruise control and then I'm going to do the snooze control, and I don't want that.
Yep. Yeah, no, I don't like anything like those auto assists or anything else like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
I love
um,
I love cruise
just turn-
control.
Yeah, one
Yeah.
of the things I hope
No.
they do is to completely ban not ban it necessarily, but make it completely optional where you have to turn it on, not turn it off, turn it on in order to use it, because I don't want it. But they, these companies seem dead set on, you got to have this nanny feature for your safety. No, I do not. If I'm that stupid as a driver, I shouldn't be on the road in the first place.
Yeah, I'm starting to think like I need to buy a car that's like 40 years old. Just keep it in nice condition. Just keep putting a little money into it.
Well, Sparky says about the Kia that the problem is we back out of our driveway. Now, if for some reason that automatic radar is not, if I forget to turn it off or something happens, even if you're backing out and a car's driving by, but it's not in your lane, and I can pull out my driveway, gong, 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 gong. It's like, what the hell? So Agile Monk has done a super chat. That was very
Thank you,
nice
sir.
of him. Yeah, convention's next weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome, Dan. I believe Matt Sherman's coming too.
Yeah, Dan. My parents are going to be watching our kitty. North Texas, our puppy will be in boarding, but she will come with us to CNY. So you will get to meet the
Oh,
youngest
is your
child
puppy going to be in boarding?
for North Texas. Yeah, we can't
Oh.
bring her to North Texas.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, so here's another one. Since Glenn, old man Grocknard,
Yeah, Glenn.
yeah, since he's not coming, we should grab Eric and go over to Michael's and have us some German food,
Michael's.
or
I mean,
Michael's, whatever.
Metzger's?
Metzger's, yeah.
We're not going to have time to go to frickin' hour and a half drive one
Yeah,
way.
you're not
Yeah,
gonna-
we will, man. Do it.
Okay, yeah, you know what? I'll leave my wife to go handle the convention. We'll just take off on Saturday, guys. How's that?
Yep.
My wife will be in here in a few minutes kicking my ass. Let's see. 10 Cars Tavern Center for your BS game at CNY on Sunday because I was able to convince my wife that me going to CNY. Yeah, exactly. He's got a good wife there. Let's see. Got a busy chat. So, how's everyone tonight? Everyone seems in a good mood.
Thank you, Dino. I think all the classes are now covered, so don't worry. There'll be obviously there's more content. And by the way, I had the realization today that holy shit, I got to do a ton of videos so I don't have to worry about them next week. So there's an update in the channel's posting about the upcoming schedule, kind of sort of.
Roger Rebus is the only insane one in chat who loves all that stuff. He can't wait to get a vehicle that can drive autonomously. Hell no.
That's the only way Rachel will ever drive.
True. Sparky says my wife's Durango has auto braking. It'll slam on the brakes for blades of grass. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, my Subaru has auto braking, and thank God it warns me before it auto brakes. It does the da-da-da-da. It's like, oh shit, I better be paying. Guess I got a little too close. I've only had it auto brake like 5 times in 5 years, and 2 times we're reversing when it thought I was going to rear end a car behind me and getting out of a parking spot. I'm not saying I would have, but all right.
And Agile Monk, we do have a group of veterans coming courtesy of your tickets that you purchased. Yes.
Nice.
So thank you very much. My wife is in chat that says, I like Steve's idea. Metzger's rocks, but my wife does not obviously heard the part about us leaving her alone at the convention on Saturday to run it while me, Eric, and Steve go eat German food. I don't think she thinks that's a great idea.
Yeah, she does.
Okay, Steve,
I like that Dan Tesh's comment that he had an amazing wife. Because yes, I think all of us here. Well, I don't know about Steve, but
yeah, I ain't married.
all of us here, I think, have really amazing wives.
Yeah, but you had a little neighbor that had the hots for you, but you were scared of her dad. So
yeah, like I say, her dad lives in Mexico and does very, very well. So you already know that if the gangs won't mess with him, then he's probably best to be left alone.
Yep.
Yeah, some people don't mess with. Agile, by the way, gifted
5 memberships.
5 memberships. So that puts the channel at 228 members. So
Nice.
just a quick thing, at 2:30, Gamers Health goes ad-free. At 2:50, my stream for the vlog and many things will go ad-free. And at
Nice.
2:75, Talking Crit on Wednesday night will go ad-free. So if the community supports it, I'm happy to kill the ads on the live streams. So
Nice.
I already killed it on the Sunday night special when we hit 220. So Sundays are ad-free. Even if I put up a video on Sunday, no ads on Sunday. I'd rather be supported by the community than be beholding to the algorithm.
So I have a question about those memberships because I was in chat on a video, and I got one of those free memberships that somebody paid for, and I got the email, and then I couldn't seem to activate it or anything. It's
It's
the
an automatic thing that you get it, but then you have to renew it.
Okay, well, it's
Wait
like
a minute.
click on
How does
this
that work,
link,
Steve?
and it seemed like nothing
Eric?
happened. I don't
How
know.
does that work?
Well, what exactly happened?
Okay, free memberships.
So I got the email. I clicked on the thing, and then it was like I don't know.
Whenever I get a free, I've been given free memberships to channels that I don't even watch, which I find to be pretty amusing. And you just notified you got a free. You are now a member of this channel that does a lot of live streams, more than I do, and not about gaming. And I was like, okay, then somebody somehow. I only know about giving live streams during live streams, but apparently you can give them other times because I've been gifted to channels that I just don't watch. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Yes, I am, Agile Monk. I'm very, very fortunate. She puts up with me. She's a brave woman, a patient woman she is. Knucklebones, DM Knucklebones wants to know, are you in Texas to Agile Monk? I'll let Agile Monk answer that if you would like. Agile Monk says, I don't like driving through big cities either.
Oh yeah, Lansing's not considered a big city, and people around here are flipping insane. You go down the road and you swear demolition derby BMW style or something. Like what?
I lived in Boston for years. I don't mind big cities.
You don't have very good luck with your car, though, Steve.
Yeah, I know. You could thank the people of the city for that.
Yeah.
All right, Theatus, I can answer one part of your super chat. Blades and Arcana is currently on hold. You will be. It's on hold for a good reason. All right, I'll leave it at that. I can't answer. Well, D20 delving. That's it. It's
It's inbound.
It's inbound, but no,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
Matt Sherman asked a question, I think, about my chapter 2 on my endless vlog project, and I've got a flow chart here for chapter 2, and
Flow chart.
I got the flow chart, but it's I got to write each stinking chapter, and I got to have the script because I'm going to film all of the little video clips all at once.
Nice.
And then I got to go in, and then it's a whole project because then you're adding a picture. You're trying to find some picture that kind of fits the action a little bit. And I think there's going to be a little more combat in this one, actually, where, all right, here's the stats, and you need to roll, Scout's Honor.
It's actually a pretty good idea. I thought it's a pretty cool idea.
Well, actually, Steve Jackson did the same idea for Car Wars with the book, and so there were times where you kind of had to like put a bookmark and then do a combat.
Yeah. Steve Jackson games.
Because we were driving from Plattsburgh, New York, to California for my dad to get on a Mac flight to Korea. He was being stationed in Korea, and so I was in the back of the station wagon, and with my little Car Wars Endless Quest type book. I don't think they called them Endless Quest, and I did that all the way across the country. Back in the early 80s.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, and it was a Car Wars adventure, and I just did that. I had pencil and paper. You only needed 2 D6s, and I had actually had one of those you remember the games in the 80s there where you played football or basketball or baseball, and it was little red clips. Yeah, but my dad hated the noise, so I had actually taken mine apart, disconnected the speaker, put it back together, and I played that all the way across the damn country.
Well, real quick,
New York to California.
Bo Pace Minis has a question. It says, why has the world's most popular RPG trademark given up on alignment play, faction play, planner play, 3 pillars of the OG game? Anyone?
I would say they're dumbing it down, but that's just me.
But I have a feeling they'll be bringing some of that back.
I would have to say, listen, if you enjoy watching my channel, then if you're like Theatus, you'll be happy with the reason why Blades and Arcana is currently on hiatus. By the way, somebody pointed out that for Tom, you got to go into your settings and allow yourself to accept gift memberships. I forgot.
Okay.
That's
I knew there was something I was missing because it just wasn't working, and so I thought, I'd bring it up with Eric and find out.
No, I
there might be
should have thought of that. I've seen that setting, but I always had it on, so I.
He also asks, why do players of these games conflate alignment with morality?
Well,
because I think morality and alignment are interplayable because of the fact, like, you can give an example, the paladin. Morality is a basis of the paladin's ethos of play. And, if we're all playing D&D and Steve's a paladin, and I go to rob a kid because he has, some candy I want to take, Steve's there with me. Steve is a paladin. Isn't he alignment bound to not put up with that?
Mm-hmm.
So I think morality is not conflated. I think it's intertwined.
Yeah, I mean, if you're lawful evil, you're going to take advantage of people every chance you get. if you're chaotic evil, you're going to kick puppies. I mean,
Yes.
that just comes along with the territory.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And I
also,
don't believe
if
anybody
you're,
here is going to be Indy.
if you're in the
Sorry.
caves of chaos and you get into the you get all the way back in the Cobalt Cave, and you get into the area where the women and the children are, do you slaughter the children? You
Well, that's the whole thing.
That,
That's the reason why
I mean,
morality. Because think about
they're
just the-
chaos aligned, so why not just
Well,
slaughter
that's the
them?
whole. It's the whole nature versus nurture question.
but
And-
also, why is there good then and evil
right,
alignments? Because good and evil is based in morality.
right, and
You
that's
know?
why like 5e 5.5 has gone away from that. Right, like orcs were evil. So the question
Yes.
was, do you kill the newborn orc babies? Well, nature versus nurture. Nature is they're going to grow up evil, right? Like
Mhm.
you don't take a wild animal and then you say, "Well, I raised it in captivity." Its nature is its nature, and
That's
it's
right.
like going to turn on you.
It's innate. within
Right.
it.
So
Yeah.
5e has gone away from that. And 5e has gone more toward nurture. That's why orcs are no longer
Way away.
evil.
Asher
I mean-
Lindemann. Let me get it real quick.
Don?
Says, huh?
I was going to say, weren't you banned? Didn't you end up in Facebook jail like 4 or 5 years ago, for saying goblins are the worst? And then somebody reported you, and then Facebook
Yes.
was like,
Well, I don't think it was reported. I think Facebook just caught. I said goblins are evil, and I got a 30-day Facebook jail for it because I was attacking a minority group. Yep.
Okay.
stupid.
Yeah, it's true. Asher Inman says, has a question, says, how would you deal with a highly brutal campaign where TPK is more than likely to happen? I'm working on a Fear and Hunger style homebrew campaign where BBEG of sorts is literally a horror dungeon. Anyone? Eric? Steve?
The big bad is a horror dungeon.
Yeah.
All right, so you're expecting a See, you have to tell your players going in to expect a TPK, and because you don't just tell them, "Hey, it's going to be an average campaign," and oh well, the odds are 75% chance you're all going to be dead. You got to warn them. That's part of telegraphing. You don't surprise them with that shit. And JN, I don't believe anybody here plans on being at. Oh, sorry, I forgot. Yes. One person here will be.
Yes, I will be. I'm doing work for Mr. Atkinson, so
Yes. I forgot about that.
yes.
So Don will be. The rest of us schlubs. And honestly, I've seen the driving of the cattle. I mean the opening of the doors for the vending hall. And I'm a New Yorker, and I wouldn't travel in a subway that crowded. Not without a firearm. I'm pretty sure they're not allowed there at the convention.
Not Gen Con, you can't.
No.
Agile Monk says, by the way, it is awesome. So many members online in the chat tonight. Yeah, it's really busy chat tonight. That's a good one. Real quick, Headless Bourgeois says, "Hey Tenkar, I picked up a copy of Swords and Wizardry Continue Light Wrestling. Do you have any other books in print?"
Not really. Actually, I got 2 zines, but they're only in PDF. I mean, there are print copies of Torchlight issue 1 floating around, but they were at a actual printer. So no, Swords and Wizardry Continual Light on Amazon is it for now.
Fugly asks, in a 2-factor alignment, morality is half the equation, good v evil. It can be, yes. Absolutely. Agile Monk says, Tenkar's Tavern. Tenkar, are you going to get a special
Why are
haircut?
you doing this? No.
Your gains with power?
I'm gonna get my hair out like I'm gonna look like the DM from the cartoon.
He won't let me put his hair in braids. I keep asking like pigtails or ponytail,
Rach says I'm getting
Pippi
close, but I'm
Longstockings.
not. My hair just isn't growing as fast as it used to. So
Oh, come on. I'll get my wife to give you pigtails. Come on. Wear
listen,
pigtails. Come on.
it's
Take one
been
for the team.
upper 80s the last couple of days here in New York City. We were warmer than Texas yesterday, and I'll tell you
Ooh.
right now, I'm really considering shaving my head. Okay, so just saying.
Hey, don't knock bald. Bald is sexy. Trust me.
I used to shave my head, but when I got married, I had this much hair, and now the wife won't let me shave my head. I have to keep the wedding hair.
You got
Aw.
to put your foot down, man. You just do
Unfortunately.
it. Tell her you got too close to the bonfire.
No. Happy wife, happy life.
Happy.
Got to keep
John
her.
Monk says Don was jailed by evil Facebook for being honest about goblins. That's right. I was too. They got me for 30 freaking. I was unable to freaking make posts.
I remember that because you
Yep.
actually wanted to comment on Facebook about something, and you're like, "Hey, would you mind commenting on this for
Yep.
me?" And I'm like, "Sure, no problem."
Yep. Brass Monkey says Stannis Baratheon was best lawful neutral. Brianna Tarth was lawful good. Theon Greyjoy. I don't know. Brianna Tarth, I don't know if she was lawful good.
Lawful neutral.
Probably closer to
no.
lawful neutral because she would allow naughty things to happen.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to go good tendencies,
I mean, let's face it. She went ahead in the hot tub, banged what's his name.
oh yeah,
So he's definitely.
there's a lot of banging going on in that show.
Yeah, but I mean, it was kind of special between her, Jamie Lannister.
She definitely was the only lawful good character in that.
Or
show.
only
That's
lawful non-evil. I'll say that much for her.
Finish says one way to look at morality is to see how broad is the sphere of one's empathy. He could care for his children, but not for others, etc. You have to have a limit.
I am supporting the show. It's all on my shoulders now. Tom
Limitless empathy.
All right.
Hold on. Sorry.
I just got removed from the stream. I don't know what happened.
Did you feed the freaking squirrels? No, you were talking about shooting them the other day, so you pissed them off.
I was thinking about feeding them today.
Goblins are green-skinned demonoids and thusly not a playable race. Actually, they are a playable race in my RPG coming up called Open Worlds. Hey, that was Tim Kask's idea. I ran with it. Even a kobold could deeply care for its own brethren. I mean, I guess its own brethren, yes. Asher Indeman says, thanks also. Also, isn't neutral good technically gooder than lawful good? No, I don't think so. Because I think lawful good is they don't tolerate, any type of, I'm not going to say bad, but I mean,
I think
lawful good is structure. Chaotic good is good without structure.
yeah.
And neutral good is, we balance it out. And you know what? They're all different views that are trying to get to the same place. So we're not going to discuss who's gooder or betterer.
Well, I think that I don't know if anybody's a fan of Deadwood, the series, and in there you had the sheriff who was clearly kind of almost a paladin, and then you had Swearingen who was the saloon keeper, and he was just.
Was Swearingen the guy, the black-haired guy that
Yes.
kind of that
he just wanted what was good for the town. He hated the Pinkertons, and he wasn't above killing people or using prostitutes because he ran a saloon whorehouse / and it was just an interesting dynamic how these two people came together to work for the good of the town, despite the fact that they were so diametrically opposed in their alignment. I just love that show for that one, that whole.
That's a good example.
Yeah.
Hardy Cross, Eric, asked you a question. Tenkar, I want to hear you go about hiding in shadows, stealth, moving silently from the point of view of a dude coming to BX from 5e.
If you just saw me crouched over my keyboard, I was typing that into my ideas for future videos. And just so you know, there's about 4 pages of this at a 16 font. So I know I shocked the shit out of Tom. He had a
Thomas. Does anyone know where Thomas went?
Thomas.
Oh
Thomas,
no.
please come on.
But in any case, I
Hit
edited
thy
to my list.
button again. Sorry, Eric.
It's okay.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
I'm just busy mocking Tom because his
I
internet
know, I
connection
know.
can't handle the
But
screen.
I've edited to my list of. It's a good idea, actually. I like the idea, but it's not happening tonight. I'll tell you that much. But it'll be a future video at some point.
Well, it's morning where Shellback Bo is, so he's got to take his kid to the clinic. Hope everything goes well, Shellback Bo. Gen Con, here we come. Yep, help us through crowds. That's right. We have help through the crowds. We're lucky. JN277 says certainly intense, and you could definitely get a firearm there without much trouble. I don't know. I haven't been to Gen Con in many moons.
I've never been there.
Let's see. Do you guys track alignment? The old DM's guide recommends it.
Yeah, you know what? There are certain things that I do not track. Alignment is one. How well you played your character, so I can decide how much I'm gonna fuck with you when you try to advance to your next level. I don't track that either. However, if you are obviously not acting within your alignment, shit's on you, man. I'm sorry. It'll come up, but I don't need to track it. There's enough tracking going on.
Eric, my wife could bring some developmental kindergarten little kiddies over to do a haircut on you.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah, be fucking awesome. I'm getting my curses in because I didn't get a chance to earlier today. Okay.
Brass Monkeys, Fragile Monk says, when I'm running AD&D 1E, I leverage alignment. I mean, the thing is depending on how you do it, I mean, I guess you could. I really don't leverage alignment unless someone says I want to play a paladin. Then I'm an asshole.
Well, you know, or you're playing listen, if you choose your alignment to be lawful good, and then you are like kicking people at the local bar, I'm going to tell you you're not acting in your alignment. Now, if you choose to continue acting like that, there'll be repercussions. That's just the way it is. At my one Gen Con, I played a fallen. I know.
You know what?
I played a fallen paladin in a tournament, and that was a lot of fun. He was lawful neutral, former paladin, so basically he was a fighter with a 17 charisma.
Okay, Foogly, you're getting it now. I'm going to show what Foogly went ahead and shared with me. So Foogly goes ahead, and I guess this is the Modern Goblins.
Oh, it's a Hulk recreation moment. Oh my god, that one guy in the middle looks like Howard Stern.
Yeah, Howard Stern mixed with Santa Claus. Oh man, we have a very active chat here. I am trying.
Tom is doing a hard reboot, by the way, or he's throwing his computer out the window.
Yes.
I'm not sure which.
Let me try to find. Okay. Brass Monkey says you can't apply our morals to them. That is very true. Don sneezed and you were gone. Yeah. Hey, you know what? He has the most. Like, we had a live stream last Tuesday. His connection was fine. It's got to be something to do with his some neighbor or something has to be live streaming YouPorn or some other weird channel or something. If goblins were good enough for Tim Cass, they're good enough for anyone. Actually, Tim had a really novel way to do the class or to the race, excuse me, and to do and how to handle them, which is going to be in Open Worlds. And also, Tim did 2 of the classes in the book. So, yes. Oh, real quick, Brass Monkey says they're playable in Shadow Dark. I admit I don't know about Shadow Dark. I've never played the game. So
they're playable in Tunnels and Trolls too. I'm not saying the new edition is being kickstarted. Looks like shite to me, but your mileage may vary.
Yeah, we have a very active chat. Two-axis alignment is ethics versus morals. Finish Leica 98 says Shellback Bow Conan Barbarian would be chaotic good, I guess. Lieutenant Commander Roy Fokker, question: what traditional aspect of OSR play have you changed your mind on since starting on YouTube, whether for or against? With me, it's just tracking alignment, to be honest with you. It's unless they're choosing very specific alignments, then I will not so much track it, but I will kind of put my thumb on them to that's why I like playing neutral characters.
Yeah. I mean, I gotta say, since I grew up playing 1E, okay?
Yeah.
And once I really started delving into BX as an adult, because it was a baby game when I was a kid, basic. But as an adult, I love the simplified alignment system that gets away from that good and evil shit and gets down to law and chaos, and it's more like the Melnibonian Elric stuff. So I like that more. It's more flexible in my opinion.
Yeah. Agile Monk asks Lieutenant Commander Roy Fokker, what are you a Lieutenant Commander for? Fugly says tracking RP scores for level and cost is right up there with weapon speed factors.
Yep.
Yeah, Fugly's always a good one for something funny. Everyone just seems to autofill in chaotic neutral, then murder hobo their way through. I think no, I actually choose neutral on purpose because I think it's a very, very
Well, I think most of the population would naturally be neutral.
Mhm.
You know, in the I don't give what's going on. I'm worried about my family, my community. You know, the bigger world. I'm not involved in their manipulations and.
yeah. He bribed the squirrels, got him back in the cage. The cage is turning.
I don't know. I think it wanted me to do a hard reboot, and it ran the
back.
updates, so it's time.
Jay Tyler says. Jay Tyler asks, shouldn't clerics also follow alignment to stay in favor of the god? Yes, why not? Let me back up. My opinion is yes, why not? I think it's actually a really good trope to make clerics follow. You know, what is your god? What is your god's beliefs, ethos? What is it a good god? Is it a bad god? Is it
Well, I think that my own personal morality actually always bled into my character a little bit.
Oh, I think but I think also alignment allows people to it's D&D in general. They can become things that and do things they normally would not do in life.
True.
So Sparky 6800 says I'm kind of overplaying chaotic neutral characters. I want to play or see some real heroic good characters in the game I run. Yeah, I mean, as a DM, if you're running the game, great. Ty Beard asks a question, says, why is murder hobo considered an insult in a game where the primary way to solve problems is in fact murder?
I think it's the hobo part. Nobody wants to be a hobo.
Yeah, I would say so.
If the cleric does not oblige to his god, just roll on divine wrath table for him next time he goes casting. Wild magic is a bitch. Agile Monk says, Sparky 6800, if I were playing a game with you, I like playing good characters. Yeah, everyone has their thing. I mean, I used to, one of my original players, her name was Angel. She, kind of weird. Her name was Angel, really, Angel. And she loved playing the most vile, evil characters that she could play. Jay Tyler says, also, alignment may come to play when an item may be aligned in compatibility with the character alignment. Yes.
I like playing a defrocked priest who's been kicked out of his priesthood. And I've played this same character in Star Frontiers in 2 different games. And mostly it's probably got something to do with the fact that I was kicked out of seminary.
There you go.
Sparky 6800 says, I'll allow goblins to be played if they keep to the game lore. Last person who wanted to play one said, "Sure, I can do all that." The goblin was friggin' Mr. Rogers. No, goblins are not Mr. Rogers. And Sparky 6800 says, "Agile Monk, duly noted. I have an idea for a good heroic campaign I'm mulling over now." And then JN says, "Most modules seem to assume the party is lawful or even heroic with lots of chaotic aligned threats and enemies. How would you all approach running content like this with a fully chaotic party?" I personally, it would not really affect me any because the dungeon is what the dungeon is. And even if the dungeon is, I don't think that there's any dungeon that's innately aligned. It's all based upon the traps, the creatures, the magic that's within it. And I don't think it really affects, if you have like as an example, if you have, chaotic neutral characters and the dungeon is very frenetic and bad and, maybe has, for lack of a better term, chaos magic that the DM creates for it, I don't think that really affects the players, do you guys?
I wouldn't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I love Fugly's comment there. Goblins do not normally wear cardigans.
Yeah. Another question is the Blue Gaming Troll 506 asks, "What race and class would you be if you actually lived within an OSR game?"
Oof. Yeah.
Fighter
Cleric.
magic user.
Be a cleric.
Fighter magic user.
I would probably be if I followed my history. Tenkar was actually a party henchman when I was dwarven fighter. I would probably, and when I've played in games using Tenkar, it's usually been a fighter or a fighter cleric or a cleric with the idea that I should have been a fighter too. So I would say I'd probably be a dwarven cleric if it was 1E, or just a dwarven BX with an axe and an ability to use it. So or a bartender, but I don't think that's a class anywhere. So
I don't think it is. The Castle Keeper has a question that says, "How to escape the D20 level problem, regardless of addition? If you want a 30 to 40% success rate for players after 9th level or so, the DM has to find a TPK versus Monty Hall. How do you fix it?"
I think the game in general breaks down after the 9th level. That's been my experience as a DM and as a player. Usually that sweet point, it gets very swingy. And I'm not even going to go into, like, you're talking about skills. I'm not going to worry about skills because if your players are playing smart, most of those skills are never going to come into play. It's the player skill, not the character skill. But again, when it comes to 5th level spells, Cloud Kill, if you're looking at 1E, yeah, it the swingy of TPK or party wipes out everything in one shot. It's a very fine line. You got to do world-changing campaigns that are more up here, cerebral, than about the combat.
And I've said this many times on this channel. I hate anything over 9th level. Usually right around 9th level, I start doing really stupid shit, pissing people off because I want to I want to kill my character off. I really like, my favorite game is 3rd, 4th level to about 6th or 7th level.
Yeah.
That's like my sweet spot for being a PC.
You're just starting to get those really good spells.
And you have to fight for you really have to think. Once
Yep.
you start hitting 9th level, especially as a magic user, it's pretty much like, you're just zapping shit. Ty Beard asks, "Why do DMs invest so much effort into world building only for the players to immediately set fire to the capital city because it was funny? Are such DMs suffering Stockholm syndrome?"
Now we lost Steve. Ty, you can ask Joe the lawyer that question. I'm sure he'll give you a huge answer. I will say this. I deserve the open table setting that I'm going to be running at the conventions and online is limited. It's small. and I'm only worried about the immediate area where my player's going to be, and I'll worry about more as they get there. I start small and I build out. I don't worry about building the world. I build what my players can touch.
Can I ask a question? Is me and Eric the only guys on here who feed the fucking squirrels?
I
and
feed
keep
the
it real?
squirrels on a daily basis, and I got to catch
Jeez.
them away.
Agile
Agile
Monk
thank
has
you.
done a $10 super chat, I think, to Eric.
Yes. Motivate Cook Basic Expert 1981 is generally considered the stronger, lighter, and more popular version among old school D&D fans in the OSR community. True or false? I'm going to say true.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, Labyrinth Lord was probably the number one
Yeah.
OSR clone until it decided not to support itself. And then OSE Essentials became the number one old school clone without even trying, just by being a better version of Labyrinth. Osric,
Yeah.
it's fine, but I think BX is approachable. And I
Real-
think that's what the secret is.
Real quick, Scott, welcome to the channel. I got your packages today from Amazon and also one from you. So I haven't opened up your Amazon package. I'm not sure about the other one because it was addressed just to me. But let me know what you want me to do. I'll make sure they're there next week. Unless they're high value, in which case I'll take them and auction them off on eBay before I can go ahead. No.
Hey, Scott.
Real cool. Agile Monk says it's called PTSD&D. Exactly. No world survives player contact.
Exactly.
That's right. Ty Beard also asks, what are some low fantasy adaptations you've tried for classic D&D to make it low fantasy? Low fantasy. First, I think you have to kind of define what is your definition of low fantasy.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I don't have magic shops.
Nope.
If players are going to unload magic items, they aren't going to unload it at the local merchant. The Magic Guild may take it. We'll take that magic. We'll owe you a favor. Okay. Magic is about control. So, generally speaking, in my world, you know what? You may find +1 weapons that are, low level magic, but anything beyond that is going to be named. Like if you find a +2 sword, it's going to have a little extra function and maybe a little bit of a deficit because it is unique. So I think that's how you handle it.
I'd like to speak to this comment from RPG Grandma.
Yeah, real quick. Let me read it up real quick so people know what it is. RPG Grandma says, world building is just something we do. It's definitely a trap. Okay to come up with ideas, but don't commit to unnecessary. That way you are not overthinking the world.
Well, in this vein, because I happen to know RPG Grandma is a Star Frontiers fan. And she's one of my favorite fans because she's contributed articles to magazines I was producing, fan magazines. And in Star Frontiers, one of the things that you got is that you got a map with star systems and planets, and then you got planetary footnotes. And it was literally like 1 or 2 sentences, and it just gave you a little detail about that. And it really ended up being enough. And we built off that as fans. And so I think, if you do a map and you put a bunch of cities and a few villages, and not everything has to have a footnote. Just some of them have footnotes, like, Inner Reach in Dramune. The people, the Drawlicites there, they will paint their body with dyes, washable dyes, to indicate their emotions and mood for the day. So they were kind of a walking mood ring. It was a cool little detail, and that was enough. And, if you just do that, you don't do crazy world building going really in depth, because nobody went there. Just a little footnote, a little notation that these people here have this weird custom, or these people here.
Also it helps the DM to have a little imagination to be able to handle on the fly descriptions. But Valimir Cleaver says low fantasy adaption, strictly enforce all the rules regarding spell use. Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would mean spell components, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh well, are you sure you have that sand for your sleep spell?
Oh, I have ran into situations where I've enforced spell components rigidly if I've got someone being a dick. You know, because the thing is, if they're being a jerk, then we can go ahead and we think. Let's try this again.
Yeah, I got kicked out a little bit ago.
This is like whack-a-mole. Oh, this is
Yeah.
cool.
Wait a minute. Why do we have an added thing on the screen?
This is because
I don't know.
it thinks
It was doing that before when he dropped out and Eric was over on the other side. Nope, there he goes again. I think it's going to be one of those nights because, like I say, if I got dumped, then I know that it's not just him.
Finish Lake says, I'm off the opinion that scarce magic makes it more magical, but that's just me. I suppose I call it sword and sorcery. Yes. Scott Mulder says, I have spent way too much of my life working on the world building for Interstellar and Colony Crawl. You know what, though? I mean, the thing is I love world building. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can get rid of some of these. Let me remove. There we go. Now we don't got so much. Now it's down to us 3. So, anybody else want to sit there and tick off the squirrels and hamsters?
It's like an Agatha Christie.
Hold on a minute. Tom has messaged me and says, I'm going to bow out. Wait a minute. Maybe he's coming back. Hold on a minute. Let me get back into here. Hold on. Let's try this again. Hold on.
Tom's always got to go and be special.
I'm just going to say bye, everybody, in case I get kicked out again. We got like 7 minutes before Tenkar bows out anyways.
Yeah.
So if I go again, I'm done.
Okay. Home base plus a few key folk in town plus rough map of region, the world. Yeah. I mean, absolutely. Ty Beer has a serious question. It says, at what point does collecting rule books stop being a hobby and start qualifying as hoarding disorder? Never. Never.
My
Never.
precious.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Do not
anything about
lie.
Lord Gary.
Heresy.
Ty, I was in the basement today.
Can
and
I
opened up
remove
the-
Ty Beard real quick? How do I do that? I want to.
Oh, you removed. Tom says goodbye.
Yep, he's out for the night. And you're only about 6 minutes away from it yourself.
3 little Indians sitting on a fence.
I found the ultimatum wizard coat. The ultimate wizard coat. Fashion industry to the ground, Parker. Covered head to toe in pockets for all those spell components.
All right.
You know what? That's a unique gift or item. Sparky says, world building is my comfort pastime. It gets used. Great. If it doesn't, no biggie. Yeah, you just have to kind of like roll with it. Never enough rule books or dice. That's right. That's right. That's why RPG Grandma is so loved on this show, because she knows what the status quo is.
She knows the soul.
That's right. Brass Monkey, good night. Scott Muller says, bye, Tom. You know what we're going to do? I'm going to create this for Tom. I'm going to have, like, every time Tom's booted, I'm going to create, like, a little, like, squirrel running cartoon on a wheel going, I strike, holding a little I strike, little sign.
Mine.
I mean, come on, I got to have fun with it. Let's see. Ty Beard says, may have wanted to remove me. Many have failed. Exact. Ty. Finished Latka says, funny enough, that was the structure of Howard's Conan novels too. Home base, a few key locations, a few NPCs. The world building was kind of invisible there. I mean, yeah, Conan novels. Yeah, you're right there. But any rate, so Eric, when are you headed up towards WizardCon? What day are you and Rach
We are on the road on Tuesday.
Good
Thursday
deal.
Thursday morning we're going to get on the road. And this year, Route 80 in Pennsylvania shouldn't have like a 3-hour detour because of sinkholes. So I think that's going to make it a little bit easier for
Nice.
Don't you just hate those sinkholes?
You know, when sinkholes take out an interstate highway, yeah, I was like, this fucking
Lots of fun.
sucks. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, it's his fault. BD Squirrel keeps kicking
Yes.
time out. Now we know. Now we know the culprit. Agile Monk says, "Do you play CNC?" No.
You know, I stopped buying the CNC rulebook somewhere around 8th print or 9th print. I don't know. I have a lot of prints of CNC. I have a lot of Castles of Crusade stuff. I have their white box. It's a fine system, but I'm done. I can't, man. Haven't gotten their latest stuff. And they sent too many effing emails if you ever back the Kickstarter. Holy crap.
Oh, do they jam you?
Oh my god. It's like, although I will say I enjoyed the Kickstarters I backed where I got the glass mugs that were like Nordic and Celtic. And those are great. Those mugs are in storage, but yes.
Steve Agile Monk says, "We've not heard much from you tonight. Hope you are well."
Oh, I'm doing good. I just don't say much.
He just laughs at the rest of us. That's all.
He just sits back and just shakes his head, going, "Oh my God, I cannot believe I hang with these people."
Good. Crap, I gotta put up with.
Nothing's caught fire, so we're still good there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just could not get into CNC. I couldn't even get into CNC. I mean, it's I don't know. So many people love the system. I just don't. I know heresy. Burn me at the stake.
Heresy.
Ty Beard opened a box in the basement, found 3 copies of Stargrunt rules, 2 of Dirtside, 1 of Fantasy Warrior rules, not partnered with any of them. Nice. Printings don't change much. Sparky says CNC is my system. Hey, you know what? That's the whole thing. If you're at the table rolling dice, having fun with friends, that's the way to go. Agile Monk is right with Sparky. And then also Castle Keeper says CNC is my go-to, but I enjoy everything Demons since 78. Yep. I got to try Shadow Dark. I have never played Shadow Dark. I have heard so much about that system.
Shadow Dark is a fun game. It plays nice and fast. It's great for convention play. But I think it's got enough meat on its bones that you can run a good campaign with it. There are 2 live streams on my channel that go back about 2 years. Kelsey actually refers people, if you want to see a real live play of Shadow Dark, watch this channel. No, I was not running the games, but it was, I think Matt Jackson ran one, and I think Greg ran the other one. But yes, good times.
I like BX and Beckme. Hackmaster 5e's fun low magic fantasy system. RPG Grandma is starting to fiddle with Shadow Dark. Tom says Shadow Dark is a nice play 3 times. Yeah, I haven't tried it yet, but at any rate, it is going on 9 o'clock, gentlemen.
Oh wow, jeez, okay, yes.
Eric, you'll be leaving us for your speakeasy here in Discord.
Yes.
Tom wants to know: are you going to ShireCon?
I am going to ShireCon. So my convention schedule, real quick, is WizardCon next week, North Texas and CNY, Central New York Con, the first 2 weekends of June, and then ShireCon in September.
Yeah. RPG Grandma, always good to see you. Try Castles and Crusades. If you don't like it, I'll buy your books and give them to one of the teen clubs I support. Agile Monk says. RPG Grandma says basically 5e meets OSR feel with lots with slots instead of encumbrance weight. Interesting. Castle Keeper says BDS Squirrel. We tried HM4E in all its glory. Totally unplayable and a riot. And last few Moan chats before we have to scoot is, what's the most convoluted RPG you've ever run or played? Convoluted?
Confusing. I mean,
AD&D.
Space Master, maybe.
I've never played Space Master.
I mean, I played Battlelords as a player. Had no idea how the rules worked, but I was a player. I didn't need to. It was fine. I was just a player.
I played. I could say D&D for me because AD&D. Excuse me, just 1E because of the fact that it was so filled with messed up rules and
we ignored so much of it.
Yeah. Finish says, we started with D&D, was able to DM, but the system was too complex for me and too high fantasy for the setting I wanted, so we're switching to Warhammer Fantasy RPG 2nd edition.
Good choice. Good choice.
Yep, good choice. Yep. Plus 613, Castle Keeper. Yeah, a lot of people seem to like Castle and Crusades. Ostric 3.0 is nice enough. And the last chat comment is
That's
Agile
all.
Monk says finish 908 WHR Warhammer RPG. Second is quite good and is tough and hardcore.
Yes, it is.
All right,
20. All right.
Eric, you got to go. Gentlemen, we will be leaving ourselves. Me and Steve will be off and about. So, everybody, thank you for the interesting chat. Eric,
Yep,
enjoy the
thank you.
speakeasy.
Thank you.
And we will be not back next week because we will be at WizardCon.
Indeed.
Yep. Might do a few walking live streams during WizardCon. I might do something like that and put on the Vlog of Many Things. Might have to grab Eric and, since Eric's already agreed to let my wife put pigtails in his hair. No, you didn't say. I thought you said
By
yes.
the way, folks, go to DM Angelo's channel, DM and Friends. He's having a very good interview tonight. I believe Eric and Heidi Garland are his guests.
Oh, yes.
Yes, go so DM Angelo, DM and Friends. You can find it in your YouTube channels.
Yes.
All right, I got to bow.
All right, Eric. Talk to you later.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. We will be back not next week, but the week after next. And like I said, you can still check us out on Thursday, Friday, Saturday on this channel. We're going to be doing some live walkthroughs and also on the WizardCon Facebook. So you'll see me and Steve on there also, me and Eric, and whoever else that we can dig up. Matt Sherman, Scott Mulder. We're just going to go ahead, Dan Tesh. We're just going to go ahead and bug everybody. So everybody, hope you all have a good night, have a good weekend, have a good week, safe week, and we'll see you next week, kind of off and on lives, but we will be hard telling when, but we'll definitely be sometime between Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So have a good weekend, guys.